I hope you are keeping yourself warm so that it doesn't affect you badly. On the show today, we expected to have the VC of MMUST, but due to unavoidable circumstances, we will be able to find a very able replacement so that we do a conversation around MMUST as a learning institution in this community. You see, being a multifaceted institution in the region, MMUST stands uniquely in Western Kenya, and it's contributing immensely on the local economy. It's contributing to the local academic sector. It's actually powering life. There are people whose life from A to Z is centered around MMUST, and that's something which we need to celebrate and remember in everything we do. We also look at MMUST as an institution of higher learning, where we see very decent research taking place that is affecting the community directly. We'll be talking a bit about that and many more, which is going to come up in the conversation. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Morning Scoop. On behalf of the director of the show, Kelvin Kibet, my name is CKS. Karibu sana, Professor.
Thank you.
It's MMUST.
Yeah, MMUST, we are doing well.
Yes.
Yeah, we are moving on. We are on the run.
Yes.
And therefore, may I take this opportunity, first of all, to thank our viewers. Good morning.
Always we begin with the proverb, and today's proverb is examine what is said, not who says it. Examine what is said, not who speaks.
Yes.
What is said.
Thank you.
How do you define that?
Yeah, thank you very much. What you've said is actually important to observe what is said, not who said. For instance, when there is danger, if somebody alerts you that there is impending danger, what you'll do is you'll have to react to it by either running away or assembling tools to be able to assist you. So you'll not look at whoever has said, but you'll be very keen on the message. And generally when we look at our senses, the sense of hearing is more sensitive than even sight. And that's why what you hear will make you decide on which action to take. And also what you hear will even influence your thinking on how you respond to it. And that's why it's important that we be keen on what is said more than whoever said it.
That's important.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You see, MMUST is the largest institution in the region.
Yeah.
And by size, by enrollment, you see, you guys are enjoying, you're the big brother, you're the big boy around.
Yeah.
But then, what does it mean for MMUST?
Thank you. Yeah, Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, as very well put, is actually the first university in Western Kenya, more so the former Western Province. This university was established in 2006 as a branch by then a constituent college of Moi University. This university over the years has grown both in size and also in enrollment. As we talk now, this university is the one that churned out Kibabi University, Kaimosi Friends University, Turkana University College, and also we are having Botola campus, Bungoma campus, and MMUST Webuye College. The university has an enrollment of 25,000 students pursuing courses right from certificate to PhD level. Apart from that, it has a staff of 993, out of which 300 are the teaching staff. Then the other ones are actually the support staff. It is a university with over 10 schools, those are faculties. And the flagship project or programs that we have are two, that is health sciences and of engineering. Under health sciences, we do offer medical, or rather Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. Apart from that also, we offer Bachelor of Nursing, Bachelor of Clinical Medicine, and so forth. In engineering, we do offer electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and we're also offering Bachelor of Technology Education, specializing in computer science, mechanical, electrical, and of course we also have the civil. Apart from that also, I want to mention that given its large enrollment or increased enrollment, it has had an impact not only within Kakamega town, but in also parts of it. And it has made Kakamega town now to be perceived as actually an academic town or an academic industry. Apart from that, we also have linkages. We have linkages with various organizations, not only within this country, but also in the diaspora. We have over 50 linkages with universities out there. For example, Ball State University in the United States of America. We have Uvascular University. We also have universities, Coventry University, and so forth. One of the programs that attracts many students is the Bachelor of Education program, which has over 8,000 students within the university. And we look forward. Very soon, hopefully, we shall be starting the Bachelor of Laws within the university. Thank you. Yes.
That's very interesting because, as you well put it,
Yes.
25,900,
Yes.
that is like 26,000 people centered around MMUST.
Yes.
This definitely affects the institution infrastructure-wise. Yeah. It also impacts the as in operations, student needs. Can you talk about how the university is coping, or how are you guys making it?
Yeah, thank you very much. One thing we really want to appreciate the government. It has been supportive, especially through capitation for this particular student. And this capitation is in the form of scholarship and help. As you recently may have observed, the Minister for Education sent out a circular that with the lowering of the fees especially, right from this academic year, the lowest fee per semester will be 5,714 and the highest will be 75,000. Apart from that also, as a university, given the enrollment, the government has supported the construction of the engineering block, which is on now, also the swimming pool. Apart from that also, it has also supported other buildings that we are having. And given also the enrollment, the university has an impact in the environment in the sense that averaging in a year, the students who come, the staff who come, spend approximately 4 billion is the money that circulates within. And this has enhanced, one, the hospitality industry in town, the housing industry in town, and also the Mamamboga and the border business. It's really thriving within the Kakamega town because of that. That means that indirectly, given with this high demand of services by the student, there is increased enrollment, increased employment, especially in the informal sector within the town. However, we are appealing still to the community around the university to increase or to build more houses, not only for the staff but also for the students. And also we appeal for it to enhance security, which is also very key, given that having over 27,000 students across the country, and even we also have international students from Rwanda, Southern Sudan, Uganda, and Tanzania actually learning within the university. So security is also very key. Thank you.
You see, when you talk about housing,
yes,
I want you to go a little deeper
Yes.
there, because the bulk of the college workers,
Yeah.
the 933, right? The bulk of the support systems
Yes.
for most will need residential houses, right? Of course, a few of them own their own properties, but the bulk will still depend on rentals. Okay. Now, students, what is the percentage in terms of those who are staying in the hostels within and those ones that are staying outside?
Thank you.
Yeah, that will actually help the viewer to do very quick mental calculations on what is the demand. If someone wants to invest within that arrangement, what will they think about?
Yeah, in terms of enrollment, over 80% of our students are staying outside. And also staff, all the staff are staying outside. And because of the challenge of housing, most of our staff are operating from the neighboring counties. Like some commute as far as Kisumu, Eldoret, Bungoma, Webuye, and so forth. Plus
On a daily basis?
On a daily basis. When it comes to the students, some of them are staying in places that are not actually, I would say, they are not habitable. And also it's very important that even as a government, we explore the private-public partnership to enhance on housing, which is very key. I want to believe that through the affordable housing, if that program can be enhanced, then it will support, it will address the issue of housing within this town. And if possible, if the county government can work on a program where, for example, availing land cheaply to the investors in terms of housing, that will add value and it will help the university. As you know very well, this university serves a large catchment area, and the enrollment is increasing day by day. The reason why it's doing so is because our programs are actually very marketable. They are marketable, and even our products, that's the alumni, whatever they are actually very productive. And because of that, we are attracting very many students from outside the region to come and learn there. Thank you.
Definitely, the region, there is a surge.
Yes.
There's a surge in demand for higher education.
Yes.
And I think that informed you to, or Kakamega or MMUST, to set up a Butler campus.
Yeah.
And the innovation around it, maybe turning the Webuye campus into a TVET institution,
Yes.
is also to respond to the increased demand for knowledge within the community. That aside, I would like you to talk about how does the increased demand
Yes.
in the need for higher education and the local community's economic abilities to support their boys and girls in colleges. What conversation is there between the institution and the local communities?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Basically, you call them parents, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see, it's more than just parents. It's the local communities that will be able to draw from if there is a conversation.
Yeah. Thank you very much. As a university, we appreciate the contribution of our key stakeholders, and most important, the community, towards the development of the university, or towards also the development of higher education within the university. As a university, we are an open door. Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Solomon Shevairo, who is actually one of the renowned scientists within this country, he has published widely. He believes in an open door policy. And because of that, he has signed several MOUs with the organization within the region. For example, the county government of Kakamega, the county government of Vihiga. He has also gone ahead even to sign with our media houses, like the West FM and all that. And it's through this that he's able to market what is being offered in MMUST. Apart from that, we are doing research that is mainly targeting the community. For example, one of our researches has been on GCAS, and we have been able to come up with the drug through one of our researchers called Professor Omolo, who has come up with a drug that addresses the issue of GCAS. We also came up with a program on sugar technology to address the challenges in sugar, or rather to do research in sugar. And through this, we have also opened the door. The community comes around to learn. We have short courses where the community come into learn, especially in agriculture, in disaster management, in areas to do with the what we call herbal medicine. They come around so that they tap from the university as we tap from the community as well. So we have established proper links, and therefore we are appealing to the community to continue supporting the university, because this university is, I want to say, is the education industry for this, especially with the collapse of some of our factories. The only factor that we have is actually the education factory, which I believe, if supported by the community, there is a lot they can benefit from it.
Yeah.
And apart from that also, there is an endowment fund in the university which has been set up to assist a few needy cases. Apart from that, through the university Directorate of Communication, we have had to reach out to our local leaders, especially the MPs, the MCAs, the county government, to support some of the students. And we really want to appreciate the MPs within Western region and beyond that have been giving bursaries to some of our students. Courtesy because they believe that it's actually through higher education that our local economics will grow.
Okay.
It's through that that our population will be empowered, especially within the region.
That's interesting.
Thank
You
you.
see, when I look at the community, you've just talked about collaborations, especially the herbal medicine and stuff like that. This community is largely agricultural.
Yes.
And truth be told,
Yes.
the dwindling sizes of land is affecting the productivity of agricultural inputs or agricultural output.
Yeah.
You talked about sugar being slowly replacing maize production and being the only working sector where coffee and tea has its own challenges. So, any innovations in that direction where we are able to talk to communities how to manage this land? I'll think like an outsider, like a layman, where for me to see that an institution has come in and helped me think around the management of my property. It may be 5 acres or less, but because of the collaboration or conversation or listening to what experts or researchers are saying, I was able to increase my the production or yield per acre on my small land in a particular input. For example, if it's maize or maybe it's sugarcane. What conversations are there, or do you have anything towards that direction, or it's still under the works?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to observe that in Masina Muliro University, we have the School of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine. That means that we are training students that are equipped with skills and knowledge on farming. And we are also working in partnership with other institutions within the region. For example, Bugura Agriculture Institute. We're also doing with Sangalo National Polytechnic, Shamberere National Polytechnic, Sigalagala National Polytechnics, where we have an MOU. In this MOU, it covers areas of research that are very useful in terms of agriculture. Like now, what we are encouraging our farmers is to be able to diversify. Apart from that, we're also encouraging them that we should go back to our organic manure. This issue of fertilizer is not an issue. Let's go back to the roots. And we are also doing research on we have come up with the good varieties of cassava. Those ones that are resistant to diseases that mature early. We are also doing research on coffee and so forth. So through these researches and what we get, we normally disseminate information, especially through our what we call agriculture shows. Those of us who visit our stands, they get that information. But notwithstanding, we are also having outreach programs within the community to enlighten farmers on one, good farming practices, how to farm well, on how to keep animals well, and ensure that our farms are fertile. And that's why our programs, there's major emphasis on community outreach, and that's one of the mission, or rather one of the vision of our university. We emphasize on teaching, research, and the community outreach. In the community outreach, we ensure that what we teach in the ivory towers, we bring it down to apply it in what? In the community. And that's why we're working together. If you came there, you will find that there are so many communities coming, ranging from the students, they come to look at what we are doing. Yes, every week we receive students from different institutions, high schools, primary schools, they come over to see what we are doing in those areas. So that through that, we enhance on what they learn. Apart from that, we organize workshops and all that where we invite the community to come in and see what we offer so that they do that. However, the only challenge is resources. If we got more resources, we would do a lot because we have trained a lot of manpower. Yes, especially in the area of agriculture, in livestock. We have so many, right from certificate up to degree level.
In short, in a nutshell, in just a line or two,
Yes.
what are the programs that integrate directly with the local economy?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, one of the programs that is very key that interacts directly with the local economy is one I've talked about, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. We also have the diploma and certificate. We also have programs that deal with the horticulture. We also have programs that deal with veterinary. We have animals we are able to advise. We also have programs that deal with water technology. Apart from that, we also have programs that even as you do agriculture, you need some business. So we have programs related to agro business. You should be able to market what you are producing, and that's the key thing. What we have discovered in this country is that there is more wastage, especially in storage.
Yes.
Simply because we don't know how to store things, or there's a challenge there, and also marketing. So we are training our students, or even stakeholders that come, how do we market our products so that there's value for money. Thank you.
There is a need maybe for you to mention the skilling. You see, you must be equipping learners who come in the institution with skills and giving them hands-on abilities to respond to the job market. Would you like to talk about how prepared are the graduates from the institution?
Thank you very much. As you know very well, the government, or rather, we are transitioning to what we call competence-based education.
Yes.
And as a university, we have made tremendous developmental strides towards that. One, we have done what we call retooling of the university management of our staff all over. And through that retooling, that means we are aligning them to CBC. Because as a university, being a technological institution, our emphasis is mainly on STEM. Science, teaching, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We also have another pathway called sports and arts. And already we have a department of sports science preparing already the students along that line. Of course, we have social sciences also through education and all that. But I want to say this more specifically, is that our courses now going the CBE way, our emphasis is on competence or skills. And because of that, the programs lined on, especially in engineering, mechanical engineering, production engineering. We also have electrical engineering, civil engineering. Those students, every time they are in workshops. And apart from that, we also give them an opportunity to go and practice in the community, or rather in other institutions. In line with that, also we have reviewed our program. The programs that we began reviewing with were the programs in education. We have teacher education programs. Already we have retooled the staff. We have aligned our program to CBE by including courses like one, which I just want to mention, physical health education, life skills, what we call inclusive education, because we have to take care of different cadres of people. We also have what we call community service learning. We also have guidance and counseling. We also have research, which is very key component in that. So because of that, as students learn, we give them an opportunity, even when they are learning, to go and practice in model institutions.
Okay.
We have identified around 150 schools which serve as our model institutions where our students go to practice. As they go there, they work under collaborative officers on the ground who are like teachers. And they also assess them.
Okay.
They give us feedback. So ideally, our assessment has changed to align to CBE, where we emphasize more on skill acquisition as compared to content area. And that one is giving us an upper, and the students are very positive about it. The university also has gone to acquire several equipments, especially ICT area and all that, to ensure that as learners leave, they are already equipped with those skills.
I wanted to talk about the increased need for vocational and technical skills. You guys went ahead and set up a campus, full campus in Webuye, to tackle that. Just tell us about it and how it's responding to the needs in the community.
Thank you so much. As we look forward in 2029, where we shall be admitting the first batch of the CBE students, or under competency-based curriculum students, it forced the university to move faster. One, already we have technical and vocational courses being offered not only at the degree level, but also at the diploma level. MMUST TVET Webuye College is one of our strategic colleges that is offering purely TVET courses. And one of the popular courses being offered there is Diploma in Pedagogy. That's how to teach. And this is taking care of students who did diploma in mechanical, in civil, in medicine, in clinical medicine, in nursing and all that. They are coming there for training to be retooled on how to teach. And that's very important, because content alone, or rather learning alone is not important, but also how are you able to transmit that knowledge. And that's why that college is there. Apart from that, we have also gone to Butula, which is also offering the same, and also within Masinde University. And all these colleges, they are offering courses, they are addressing a gap that has been there. Like students have been going to university, to Nairobi to train on pedagogy. And that's why we decided to have it. There's also another course that's very popular. It's called Diploma in Mortuary Science. I know people in Western fear that, but I want to tell you that it has been professionalized. Diploma in Mortuary Science, which are also offering. Then we also have diploma courses, especially in security and intelligence services, disaster management, also in medical lab, diploma in clinical medicine and all that. So we're offering those courses to address the shortage of people with skills, especially in those particular disciplines.
You said that you just mentioned this, mortuary science.
Yes, please.
Then a thought came into my mind. You see, as a region,
Yes.
culturally,
Yes.
there is a way we deal with the dead. And the dead are supposed to be handled by mature people who stopped giving birth. Because if you are young, you are, maybe your wife is pregnant and you are dealing with the dead. You are supposed to be attracting dead in your family, or whatever way it's interpreted. That one aside, there is also a cultural issue in the community where there is a specific attitude towards work and productivity. A big element of the community tends to want to lean. It tends to lean so much on sympathy, on support, than deliberate moves or deliberate strategies to engage in productive work. That's why the way our economy is in the region, the bulk of it is actually service. The services sector is high, followed by commercial. Finance comes in 3, but then there is no production. In fact, if we were to read, we will skip a few blanks, then we'll do like manufacturing or production coming a distant 10. So how do we change the community's mind to use this knowledge you are imparting to go into productivity? Because productivity means job creation. Productivity means improving our economy. But then we tend to depend so much on what is not given and use that as an excuse not to work, apart from other cultural issues like dealing with the dead, which is actually a multi-billion industry. The funeral service is huge, but investments in that sector by the Western Kenya community is zero. How do you enlighten? How do you bring that to the people?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, as a university, our role is actually, one, transmit knowledge and also emphasize on change of attitudes. It's very important that as a community, there is need to have change in attitudes. Even doctors, they treat, but even when they are treating, some patients pass on. Are you seeing that? So, and that's why, because of modernization and all that, that's why as a university we have gone ahead and developed that course. And the demand is so high for our products. Yes, that being, you see now even when you go in mortuaries, they have really improved. We used to hear of cases where people are cut, chopped, like, it no longer happens. People are, the services are so professional. And that's why we are training people. And these are people who have good certificate, like for example, for certificate is a D, then for diploma is a C. That's the minimum requirement for like being trained as a mortician. All that withstanding, I want to observe one thing, that as leaders, as a community, whatever resource that we have is good if we empowered our own, especially the young men. And also emphasize on what we call value addition. For example, when we produce maize, we are a maize producing region, for example. Do we have any value addition in the sense that we are able even to grind it at a village level? Then instead of selling to people maize, we sell them flour. That value addition will encourage people to be interested in it. So what we are saying is that we need to boost our production in that, because that's where we are heading to. And that's why as a college, as a university, we are equipping our youth with the competence and the skills to add value on whatever they do. In terms,
Japan came up with a very interesting idea.
Yes.
One village, one product.
Yeah.
Nairobi University did a research around it sometime.
Yeah.
That conversation would have been a very interesting addition in the region if MMUST did it. I don't know whether you guys have thought about it, because to improve or to help communities be productive, they need to know what am I investing in.
That is
we just talked about maize. We do maize, we grow maize here across the region, and then we take it to those small portion mills. That's the far we go. If we were to do a product per community, for example, if we did Busia County, gave it one service, Vihiga give it a service, Kakamega give it a service, Bungoma give it a service, and then this service feed each other. You see, driven by a research institution like MMUST. Trust me, I think the community's economy will change.
That is it.
But then, as usual, it could be wishful thinking, right?
It's a very good. I'm told in one of the counties, should be Homa Bay, where they have decided to set prices for certain commodities. they buy from the farmers. Then when the price they buy is the price they know that this one is
will benefit
the community. So everybody sells at that level. And the way you have said is that if we took that approach so that every community, whatever they produce, the county government ensures that the marketing is done by that. Yes, they help them in identifying marketing areas, even setting the price, so that our farmers are not exploited. Actually, it's the exploitation that tend to disadvantage or discourage farmers from doing that. But if something like that can be done, even if it means getting some support, some incentive, then we shall encourage people to be involved in production. And actually, production industry is the backbone of an economy. Even in the developed world, they normally focus on certain things which they produce. And I want to believe that with CBE now coming in and certifying of people, you see now we have what you call recognition of prior learning. People are going to be empowered. Even a technician who is repairing watches will get a certificate if he goes to the college.
Yes.
He will get a certificate which enables him now to move ahead, even apply for a tender and supply something. So once we do that, we are able to recognize people's competence and skills and empower them economically, then production will spark.
No, that is only one aspect.
Yes,
You see, people need information.
Yeah, yes.
And if we say we want to do value addition around maize,
Yes.
and a research institution like MMUST has given us information on what elements to consider and what locations do we put that value addition, then the community will work around it with a scientific information that if we do this, this will be the outcome, and therefore it will affect us economically in this manner. But if you just leave people to decide, like they gave us cottage industries from the 90s. What has remained is just the name cottage, with no cottage itself. So doing things politically doesn't help the community. That's why us guys out here, we keep on thinking that why don't we have a bold initiative by a research institution to lead in that sector, where you tell the people of Malava that you guys can be able to give us this.
Thank you.
You tell the people of Mumias that you can be able to give us this. You tell the people of Matayos, Busia, that this is the product in this village, and if applied in this manner, it's going to affect you economically in this manner, which will be better. So that kind of thinking, and also borrowing from OVO, from Japan. I think it is something which we need to start bribing you guys to do.
Yeah, your observation is right. What I want to say is that through the MOUs we are signing with the county governments, as a university we have researchers. Are you seeing that? If the county government, if you can actualize those MOUs, then with the limited resources that we have, work together, then our researchers will be in a position to advise county governments on what is best for that county. And actually it's doable. Yes. It's just a matter of now actualizing the MOUs that have been signing, which may require some substantive support in terms of resources and opportunity. Apart from that also, the issue of civic education is very key. So that opportunity should be created for us to come around, talk to people, tell them what is good for them. Yes. And as we do that also, there has to be a rollout, some push a bit, some support. Like seed money and all that. Through that, I want to believe there will be a turnaround with regard to production.
You guys are involved with mining within Kakamega. But then there's another element of mining that is supposed to take place in Bungoma, and no one thinks about it. You see, Bungoma as is, actually the whole corridor from around Maseno, going deep into Busia, a whole corridor coming through to the north, up to somewhere around Chirengani.
Yes.
This whole region is an iron ore.
Oh, wonderful.
Do we have geology as a course within MMUST?
Yeah.
And where are they doing their
Yes.
their researches? Because if you guys borrowed my idea of what an iron is, we will establish how much wealth we are sitting on.
Yeah. Thank you for that observation. I want to observe that as most we are partnering with the gold mining industry within Kakamega. It is small scale, but it's a lot of research that we are doing it. Even as they are doing, we are advising them on what to do. I've seen the minery, or rather the mining factory being put up in a place called Idambisa or Iguhu. Yeah, being done, and we believe through that there is more that's going to come. Even we have lined it as one of our courses. It is already developed.
Okay.
Yes, and we are planning to offer it somewhere to boost that mining. But as we talk now, research is ongoing with those the people of Ikolomani. We are working together on the same. Yes, there's a lot that we do together. I'll be very grateful if whatever you have said in Bungoma begins, so that we work together. We have enough money. We have people who have done a lot of researchers, have trained out of the country in the mining industry, and they're ready to work.
Do you train geologians?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Point them to this direction.
We shall.
Let's talk about how impactful are the researches you guys are doing, because doing a research is one thing, and how is it going to help? We talked about jiggers.
Yes.
There is an old man in Bumula here who had a dark case of jiggers. And I looked for you guys to go and demonstrate for us when we see it, so that it kills the jiggers. I didn't find you guys. So, how impactful is this research you guys are doing?
Yeah.
You've done quite well in terms of agriculture, in terms of, you see, you got quite a number of innovations coming up. You, either students thinking innovations, or professors doing these researches to improve life, or so to speak. But sometimes we think that it will just be for grades.
Yeah, thank you. Your observation is partly right. Now, what we do as institutions, we do research. We have done a lot of research, especially in medicine. I've just given an example with the issue of GCAS. There are colleagues who are doing research in cassava production, so that we get high yielding in agriculture, in coffee. What has been is what we refer to as commercialization of those patents. Commercialization of what? Whatever they do, which requires a lot of resources. And to us, if we are financed, our colleagues who are specialists in those areas, I want to believe they will do something, and that will enhance the economy. Even in sugar technology, even in maize production and all that, we have people who are doing research, but on a small scale. They only need support. Then that technology is transmitted to the rural community to support us.
Okay.
Yeah. Even fishing, Kakamega is doing very well in fishing because of the research that have been done and all that. And I believe the same can apply here within this county.
You see, MMUST is involved in a project called Going Global Gender Equality Partnerships Project.
Yes.
In STEM.
Yes.
How is that, how is that relevant to Western Kenya community, especially in terms of gender
issues?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing is that that's a very important project that is going on to empower women on their rights. Mainly is targeting our sisters and all that, to empower them on leadership skills, to empower them on their rights, and through that they're also reaching out to the communities to align them on their rights, especially of the girl child, because we know that women are actually the backbone of this nation. So if they are empowered, then families will also be empowered, and that's why it's a program that has taken prominence. They are moving around, and we really appreciate so much because of that. And through that, there are so many of our young girls that have had to advance, that have had to be encouraged, even those that may have been discriminated. And I want to thank even the women reps for what they are doing within the counties. And through that, if they support that project, again, it will go hand in hand in enhancing what they are doing within the communities.
Okay.
Yes.
The only downside to that is that you guys don't take into consideration a cultural element, because as a community, there is a position for the woman.
For the woman, yes.
And the bulk of empowerment that goes on to the woman disregards the woman position culturally. So we tend to have a clash. When an enlightened woman steps up, we see a rebel who doesn't like her culture.
Her culture.
Yes.
Thank you. Now,
even men, some
men,
of us, the further we go in progress, the further we are from our own culture.
Our culture.
I don't know, is there a way we can be able to move together?
Yeah, thank you. As a university, what we have done, we have established what we call the Directorate of Indigenous Knowledge. Indigenous knowledge in the sense that we go down to find out what were all people doing, what were they doing those days, in terms of one, the food served, the cultures they were maintaining, what was the role of the woman in the traditional society, so that even if it goes up, you should know that going by the culture, this is how it's supposed to be. So we have that institute which is doing a lot of research. And I want to be honest, we have had even to invite the king of the Wanga. He comes there every year to enlighten the community on what they were doing. And it helps, because if we are not very careful, this indigenous knowledge is disappearing. The indigenous cultures, the ones that are proactive, the cultures that add value. Of course, there are those that are backward a bit, but those that add value would want always to maintain them. And that's why we have that institute, which is doing very well. In fact, it has had to be recognized by UNESCO about it, because we are trying to trace even the foodstuffs that may have disappeared, which were of value to us, like the Murere and all those. The language, because even as CBC we are talking about, is talking about also ensuring that learners learn their traditional, the indigenous language. So we are also ensuring that we keep data on that. Okay. So as ladies are empowered, we are telling them, no, you also you need this knowledge, which is very key. Thank you.
Let me ruin your life.
Yes.
This is how I'm going to ruin your life.
Yes.
You see, the disappearance.
Yes.
You see, we have vegetables in Bukusu, they're called sitipa.
Yes, sitipa, I know.
Now, that vegetable didn't disappear. It's there.
Yes.
But it's a weed.
It's a weed.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like Makoe.
Now, are we what communication can we come up with to draw the attention of the people that this is not just a weed?
Yes.
Yeah. Because walking around the farms, you see it growing wildly.
Yes.
And competing with nutrients with our farm input like maize and beans.
Yes.
So we remove it to make room for our maize to gain maximum yield.
Yes.
But then we don't think so much, we don't think twice about what can we do with this element here to retain it to benefit us.
As a university, we are doing what we call, have database on those herbs. And through seminars and workshops, we're enlightening people that as you know very well, these are our tradition. And they were doing, I recall when we were young, we'd go to the field, look after the animals, and you find yourself just eating some vegetation, and you'll hardly get sick. Yes. Things like guavas, the guava leaves, we'll just eat and all that. But I've come to realize that some of the things we were just eating those days were actually herbs. They were treating certain ailments. So what I want to say is that as an issue, we want to recover, we want to conserve that. And through that, we're also looking forward to have forums where we tell people, these are our things, and ensure that you conserve them. We conserve them. And I want to believe now with the devolution, our county government can help us, because they have a ministry that takes care of those, so that they conserve those things. Yeah, for posterity, it's important.
Well, I'm a big fan
Yes.
of our heritage.
Yes.
I do a number of heritage shows here on West Media, both radio and TV.
Yes, yes, yes.
But then the communication or the conversation around cultural wealth
yes.
or our heritage is usually as in, there is no new thinking around it. You guys,
Yes.
you said you have what, 8,000 students in the
Yes.
education department.
Yes.
They're only learning how to teach mathematics and English and French of late, including China.
Yes.
But our languages are not taught at the university level. If I come up and learn my indigenous language up to degree level,
Yes.
trust me, there will be no university to offer that degree because no one is teaching it at the university level. Let me quote my very good friend, Professor Igara Kabaji. He said that for you to transmit culture, you need to transmit it in an indigenous language.
Yes, 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 yes.
Is there anything within MMUST, maybe using the School of Indigenous Knowledge,
Yes.
to bring these indigenous languages to the fore, so that we can be able to teach people
Yes.
about our heritage and find a thinking around how it can complement each other with modernism?
Thank you very much. Yeah, we are working towards that. But I want to appeal to our lower levels, the primary level, the junior, the senior. I want to encourage you to emphasize on language. Let them train those learners, because very soon, I want to tell people will be coming to this country wanting to know, study about Kibukusu and all that. I'm happy, especially when it comes to the Bibles. We have now Bibles in
Indigenous languages.
Yeah, in indigenous languages. Like the other day, I was talking to one of the pastors. They are developing for Tachoni. Are you using that?
That one's an advanced stage.
Yeah, it's an advanced stage. I'm very keen. In fact, I told them I would wish to see it because the book is there and all that. So what we want to appeal to our people and also our teachers, right from junior and all that, please let them encourage the learning of local language, because language is very important. Countries like China, they have stuck on their language. You go there, they are addressing you there what? In their language. As a university, we are also taking care of that. We are prepared for the same. As students come, we have that Directorate of Indigenous Knowledge is working towards that.
You see, the problem we have here is we may want schools to teach,
Yes.
but there's no content. There are no books.
Yeah, people are writing. Like I'm happy, like Luo language is being taught. The people like the late, not Koigi Wamwere, Ngugi wa Thiong'o.
Yes.
Yes, he translated some of his books into what?
Yeah.
Kikuyu. So we should be proud of it. I want to encourage our people to be proud of it, so that even that they transmit knowledge. Like I'll be so proud, like if you went in our offices, something called like the service charter, as much as it's translated into Kiswahili, let also be translated in the local what? Language. So that when I'm seated there, you know that in this office I should be taking 2 hours or rather 30 minutes and so forth. Yeah.
But you see,
and even in our hospitals and all that, the way we have gone the sign language way, you see like sign language. Yes.
You see, you see, on the books, on the creation of content to be taught in schools, there is a certain element that demands that for you to create a course book, you must have specific qualifications.
Yeah, that's the question.
So the burden is not in the community. The burden is on you.
Thank you for that observation.
The 8,000 students you are teaching in MMUST.
Yes.
Can they do those course books? Can you credit them for having created a course book?
On the same. Yeah, we are moving towards that. That's where the country is moving. It's emphasizing on language. And I believe we shall be there. We shall be there. We are determined.
Okay, we need to finish. Beyond education, You see, sometimes MMUST, you talked about the 4 billion contribution
Yes.
MMUST is making per year
Yes,
to Kakamega.
Yes.
That is huge in
Yes.
terms of powering the commercial sector of Kakamega, and that's good.
Yeah.
So beyond that, beyond education and beyond, aside from looking at the contribution of MMUST to the Kakamega economy,
Yes.
are there other things you'd like to mention to the viewer
Yes.
about the impact of MMUST? On the other side, the back of MMUST is a forest, and the front side is the town. Yeah, there is a correction facility there somewhere, but then the town is on the other side. So when MMUST stands the way it is, in the minds of people, it's a closed community. But then there must be a way you guys are communicating with the community. If I can come from here and going to MMUST, this and this and this has to, just beyond learning, what other activities can go on within MMUST that the community needs to be involved in and can be involved in, and then we end there.
Thank you very much. Yes, as an institution, there's a lot that we are doing in the community. One is that we are helping to conserve Kakamega forest. Every year, averagely, we are planting around 25,000 seedlings within that. There's a lot of research that's going on to ensure that there is conservation of some of the indigenous species of trees. And you see through that, once the forest is actually conserved, then it affects the climate. It also affects the production of food. There is a lot of rain there because of what we are doing. In line with that, also, we are training entrepreneurs within the region. Like we have targeted the border business, border groups by empowering with entrepreneur knowledge. Even the Mama Boga, we do train them freely so that apart from the money they get, how are they able to invest? Apart from that, we have also worked hand in hand with the national government to ensure that we have participated even in putting up a police station for security reasons, especially in Juakali and all that. And also part of the lighting of the city. We contribute a lot. In line with that also, we are churning out resources in terms of human resource that support the community in diverse ways. One of the areas that is very key, I want to be very honest, hardly to teachers within Kakamega complain of, schools complain of lack of teachers because we send them for attachment within, and even within Bungoma and Volad. We are really indirectly. And as we do that, it means that schools are serving in terms of engaging teachers, especially during that period. I just want to say that our programs are actually market driven. Like the way you put it, we are training students in language like French. Those are students who get jobs even before they graduate. Yeah, we are doing that. We are also supporting the county government by offering programming Bachelor of Early Childhood Development Education. So that means that they are harnessing from this. Areas to do with special needs education and all that. Occasionally we donate some equipments, even computers, to our local schools around. And we are also mentoring some schools through what we call the community social responsibility. There are some schools where we have helped to put up pitch latrines, like Mahakialo Primary School and all that. And any other thing in terms of guidance and counseling, our staff are able to move in institution in the community to guide people. We are offering also free medical care, especially times to do with because we offer a course in Bachelor in Optometry. We move around to test people's eyes to see if they are able to see and all that. We provide medication. And since we are also offering nursing, we have our students who are practicing, not only in the local, in the county referral hospital, but also within the sub-county hospitals within and are doing that. We have medical camps, which we do periodically, organized by the School of Nursing, and also the School of Disaster Management.
Okay.
Wherever there are disasters, we have a very strong team in terms of disaster management,
Okay.
which runs up to Budalangi. And we are also doing donations to various charitable organizations, to various homes, children homes, and all that. One key thing we need to also observe is that we are really key partners, especially with the Red Cross here. And we are one of the universities that has had to venture in ASAL areas more. I just want to be very honest. We are running a program in Kakuma refugee camp, where we are training refugee teachers. We are training them to train refugees. That's a place you'll find in a class, or rather in a school where we have 4,000 students. And when we go there, we train teachers to teach those refugees. That means we're impacting directly on the learning within East African region.
Okay.
Because you'll find refugees from Sudan, from Rwanda, and all that.
It's 10 o'clock. We have to end there. Too bad. I need to give you 1 minute to say that last thing, the burning one.
Thank you.
One minute.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother, for inviting me to this show. I just want to take this opportunity to welcome our viewers and inform them that MMUST is an institution to work with or to partner with. On the 28th of this month, we shall receive the first year students who are coming. Those who have received admission letters come. The interinstitutional transfer is on until 24th. Please take advantage of that. We are receiving them. We offer courses in education, in engineering, in medicine, in agriculture, and also in disaster management. I take this opportunity to welcome you to our institution. It's an institution of choice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor PoiPoi, for finding time to come and talk to our viewers on West TV.
Yes.
It was nice engaging with you. Your knowledge on the institution can make you become one of their lawyers.
Thank you so much.
Keep the conversation alive on our social media, X at West TV _Kenya, Facebook West TV. You can always follow me at Mr. Kitui on X, or CKS on Facebook. This show is usually on YouTube. Please leave a comment, share, subscribe, and become part of our community. Thank you so much for staying with us. On behalf of the director of the show, Kelvin Kibet, this is CKS.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Want to, but, exactly.